This is the Uptick Network Stock Day podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Penny stock news and interviews from the microcap world. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. With your host, Jasyn Blair.
Today we have a very special guest on Stock Day. He is Michael DePasquale. He is the CEO for BKYi International Incorporated. They're trading under the OTCQB under the ticker symbol BKYi. Mike, it's a pleasure to have you back on the show.
Yeah, it's great to be with you today.
Excellent. Michael, tell us a little bit about how you got into BKYi and how you guys have been since the last time we had you on the show back in May.
Great, my pleasure. BKYi is revolutionizing authentication. So what we're about is basically replacing passwords for consumers and for enterprise business users alike. I've been at BKYi since 2003, so I've been here for nearly 13 years. And we have advanced our solutions and our technology such that it's available in virtually every sector of the economy. We have customers like the FBI at the federal government level that use our technology, companies like NCR that incorporate it into their point-of-sale systems, and Omnicell McKesson, which is incorporated into drug dispensing cabinets. We have customers that use our biometric technology for access to all kinds of information, including their Active Directory, and to log on to computers, to log on to or gain access to physical locations. So we have a very, very broad base of customers and a very broad base of use for our technology. Any place you use a password, a PIN, a token, a card, or a key, you can use BKYi.
Exceptional. And you know, security has been the name of the game for quite a while now, and I think this is absolutely great technology that you guys are providing for us. Now, going into our questions here, how is the rollout of Windows 10 affecting your business and your outlook for the balance of 2016 and 2017?
Well, it has a dramatic impact and effect on our business going forward. As we spoke back in May, we have a very tight relationship with Microsoft right now. They are pushing, as you know, Windows upgrades to Windows 10 very aggressively. They already have 350 million customers that have upgraded to Windows 10. And Windows 10 has within the platform itself, it has the capability to accept and utilize biometrics through a product they call Windows Hello. So we have products and we have hardware. Our fingerprint sensors that Sideswipe, SideTouch, and EcoID that simply plug into any device that's running Windows 10 and automatically replace the PIN or the password that's used to activate or access the device. So that's automatic. That happens without any special software required or anything. Then we have software that goes beyond that can integrate at an enterprise level the Active Directory such that a company, a business, and it doesn't matter how large or how small, can incorporate this biometric technology and utilize it for access to every application from email to financial applications or anything that's part and parcel of their business. So our relationship with Microsoft is very integral and key to our business for the second half of 2016 and into 2017 as well.
Exceptional. And so now you guys are working exclusively with Windows. Do you have any plans on expanding into the MacBooks or iPhones or Apple technology?
So we don't exclusively support just the Windows platform. We also support Android. We support Linux as well. So we're not exclusively, again, supporting the Microsoft platform, although that's one of the largest platforms that's deployed. We don't have any current plan to support Mac OS, although we have a client that runs on the Windows iPhones. So to some degree, we're supporting that platform as well.
Okay.
But most of our work will be centered around Microsoft and Android and Linux going forward.
Excellent, excellent. So what are the security and ease of use benefits of BKYi solutions versus passwords, PINs, and other types of authentication methods?
Well, simply put, they're not only more secure because remember, you only have 10 fingers, and we know that when you put your finger down on or swipe across one of our finger sensors, that it really is you. Your fingerprints are unique. But more importantly, forgetting the security aspect right now, the convenience of utilizing BioKey is dramatic in relationship to using passwords and PINs. Today, you and I may have 30, 40, or even 50 passwords that we need to utilize in our everyday lives. Everything from accessing our social media accounts to accessing some business accounts, to accessing our personal banking and finance and healthcare accounts. And we simply can't remember the different dimensions of passwords that are required, uppercase, lowercase, symbols. So what we do is we use the same passwords over and over again. That creates great vulnerability, such that if a hacker was to get your password for one account, they likely would have access to many of your other accounts. So the convenience level of utilizing BioKey is dramatic in relationship to passwords and PINs and tokens and keys.
Excellent, excellent. So just to kind of reiterate here, not only are you protecting yourself against hackers from getting your passwords, but it's almost impossible to duplicate a fingerprint or another biometric scan in order to circumvent the system.
That is correct, and there's been a lot of fodder about spoofing biometrics and so forth and so on. And of course, any system has its vulnerability, and there are ways that you can spoof technology, but it is very, very difficult to do, number one. And number two, our finger sensors these days are sensing for liveness, so to ensure that there's a live finger that's placed on the sensor. So the technology is getting much, much better. And as I said, in relationship to the traditional password, not only is the convenience factor just a tremendous advantage, but the security factors as well make it a much, much better choice. And if you look at the recent studies that have been done, and they've been done all over the world, there's no doubt that consumers and enterprise business users alike would much prefer to use a biometric than they would a password or a PIN.
Absolutely. My guest today, again, is Mike DePasquale. He is the CEO for BioKey International Incorporated. They're trading under the OTCQB on the ticker symbol BKYi. Now, Mike, how does BioKey technology compare with other biometric solutions, like those that supply with smartphones?
The solutions that you find on your smartphone, for example, your Samsung Galaxy or your Apple iPhone, are simply put in place to access or open the device. They do allow, in some cases, access to certain applications, but there's no way to positively identify you as an individual on that device. So, for example, you can have multiple individuals enroll on your device. You could have your wife enroll, maybe one of your kids. And so when you put your finger on that sensor, it just knows that someone has accessed that device, and they released a token that may authenticate for a specific transaction. Like I said, getting to your American Express account,
right,
or perhaps getting to your Wells Fargo account. So what BioKey does is our software and our hardware solutions go well beyond that. We provide positive identification of an individual, and we can differentiate at a very, very high level of accuracy, at a very high level of scalability, meaning into the hundreds of millions of user population, and ensure that the individual who puts their finger down on today a laptop or a tablet computer that may have one of our finger sensors or one made by others, we can positively ensure that it is you who are accessing that device or accessing information on it. So dramatically different technology than what is being used today on smartphones.
Excellent, excellent. Now, going back to a press release you guys released just recently, you guys partnered with ASG, or Access Sales Group, to brand your marketing and expand your reach. What are they going to be doing for BioKey to increase your sales?
Well, we brought Access Sales Group on board to help us expand our distribution capabilities, and that's both for VAR, VAD, and enterprise reach, but also for consumers. So they have a very strong network and a very strong capability in bringing products to distribution and through distribution all the way through retail. So you will see BKYi products available in the most popular retail outlets like Best Buy and Walmart and Fry on the West Coast, as well as through the distribution channels such as D&H and Ingram and Tech Data. Access Sales Group will provide us and will be our sales agent into that distribution network.
So BKYi hasn't been on retail shelves before, correct?
That is correct, but you will see us on the retail shelves as we approach the end of the year and clearly into the beginning of next year.
Mike, that's huge. That's your sales could go through the roof by having front store placement and being in the front of the consumer's eyes.
Well, consumers right now are faced with all the issues that we just discussed and described, right? Mm-hmm. Being able to manage their passwords. Now that Windows 10 in particular has that native capability for biometrics, we have the perfect plug-and-play solution for consumers. And we can provide a finger sensor that will sell at a list price of $39.99.
Wow.
And that $39.99 device can replace their passwords and give them a level of capability and functionality that they've not had before. So we do believe that we can revolutionize the way consumers access their computers, their tablets, their notebooks, and do it in a way that will make them feel really, really good and provide a relief from the stigma that we all have to deal with in the context of passwords and resetting passwords. It's a very difficult thing to do, especially if you haven't used that password for 6 or 9 or 12 months. Remembering the codes and answering the questions that you're challenged to answer if in fact you lose or need to change your password.
Exceptional. Not only are you becoming more secure, but you guys are making it even quicker to be able to pass your security protocols. It's amazing because normally when you think about adding security, you're thinking of, is this going to take more of my time up? Is this going to be harder to use? Is this going to, work for me? That's all answered with this, with your products.
It is. And again, we like to say that the friction level is reduced significantly with BKYi.
That's amazing. My guest today again is Michael DePasquale. He is the CEO for BKYi International Incorporated. They're trading under the OTCQB under the ticker symbol BKYi. Mike, in closing, was there any other information you'd like to get out to our listeners before we wrap up today?
No, I'd just like to have them look out for BKYi, not only on in the retail venue as we just discussed, but online. We'll also be marketing and selling our technology through all of the main and key online electronic distribution networks as well. So there will be BKYi coming to you very quickly. And in fact, think about one of our BKYi technology components for Christmas. It's a great stocking stuffer.
Absolutely. And can you give us your website, Mike?
Yes, you can find more information about BKYi on www.bkyi.com, and that's bio-key.com.
Exceptional. Mike, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you back on the show. Again, we hope to check back with you here in a couple months, probably before the Christmas rush, to see how well your BKYi products have been doing. Again, thank you for coming on the show.
Great. It was great to be with you today. Thank you very much for inviting us.